Singapore, officially the Republic of Singapore, is a sovereign island country and city-state in Southeast Asia. Located just 1 degree north of the equator, off the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, it has become a global hub for commerce, finance, and transport, often cited as one of the world's most successful and rapidly developed nations. It is affectionately known by several nicknames, including the Lion City, from its name, Singapura, the Garden City, and the Little Red Dot. Early history, Temasek to Singapura. Singapore's history stretches back long before its modern founding. Temasek, Sea Town. The island was originally known as Temasek, a key maritime trading emporium. Early records from the 3rd century AD mention an island called Pu Luo Chung. The founding of Singapura, c. 1299. According to the Malay annals, a Sumatran prince named Sang Nila Utama landed on the island. Upon seeing a creature he believed to be a lion, Singa in Malay, he renamed the island Singapura, meaning Lion City. Modern zoological studies suggest lions were never native to the area, making the creature more likely a tiger or another large cat, but the name endured. In the 14th century, Singapura was a trading port under the influence of both the Majapahit Empire and the Siamese kingdoms, controlling the strategic waters of the Malay archipelago. It later fell under the influence of the Malacca Sultanate. It's 2. The British era, 1819 and 1942. The modern era of Singapore began in the 19th century with the arrival of the British. The establishment of the trading post, 1819. In 1819, Sir Stamford Raffles, then Lieutenant Governor of Bencoolen, recognized the island's immense strategic potential. He established Singapore as a free port and an entrepot trading post for the British East India Company to challenge Dutch dominance in the region. Rapid growth. Raffles's policy of free trade immediately attracted thousands of migrants from across Asia and Europe, leading to explosive growth. The island was formally ceded to the British in 1824. The Straits Settlements. In 1826, Singapore, along with Penang and Malacca, were grouped together to form the Straits Settlements. Singapore became the capital in 1836 and was later transferred to the direct control of the British Colonial Office in 1867, becoming a crown colony. Its geographical position dominating the Strait of Malacca cemented its status as one of the busiest ports in the world. The Gibraltar of the East. In the decades leading up to World War II, the British heavily fortified Singapore, building a large naval base and viewing it as an impregnable fortress, the Gibraltar of the East, to protect their interests in Asia. World War II and Japanese occupation, 1942-1945. The myth of Singapore's impregnability was shattered during World War II. The Battle of Singapore, 1942. In a swift and devastating campaign, the Imperial Japanese Army invaded the Malay Peninsula and captured Singapore in February 1942. The British surrender was a massive humiliation and a watershed moment for the end of British colonial rule in Southeast Asia. Sayonanto. The Japanese renamed the island Sayonantu, Light of the South. The 3.5-year occupation was a period of severe hardship, food shortages, and atrocities, which deeply affected the local population and fueled a desire for self-determination after the war. 4. Path to Sovereignty, 1945 to 1965. Following the Japanese surrender in 1945, Singapore returned to British rule, but the political landscape had fundamentally changed. Self-governance, 1959. Post-war British plans excluded Singapore from a proposed Malayan Union. As a separate colony, it gradually progressed towards self-governance. In 1959, Singapore attained internal self-government, with Lee Kuan Yew becoming the country's first prime minister. Merger with Malaysia, 1963. Believing that independence was not viable for such a small, resource-scarce island, Singapore merged with the Federation of Malaya, North Borneo, Sabah, and Sarawak to form the Federation of Malaysia in September 1963. Separation and independence, 1965. The union was short-lived. Deep ideological and political conflicts, particularly over ethnic policies and economic differences, led to a constitutional crisis. On August 9, 1965, Singapore was expelled from the Federation. This sudden and reluctant independence thrust the small city-state into existence as an independent sovereign nation with no hinterland, no natural resources, and surrounded by a volatile region. 5. The Republic of Singapore, 1965-present. Under the leadership of its founding father, Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore embarked on an extraordinary journey to transform itself into a modern, prosperous nation. The third world to first world leap. Few expected the tiny island to survive. However, the government, led by the People's Action Party, PAP, adopted pragmatic and often strict policies focused on survival and growth. Economic strategy. They prioritized political stability, embraced global markets, attracted massive foreign direct investment, FDI, and shifted from import substitution to export-oriented industrialization. Social engineering. Policies ensured racial and religious harmony among its diverse population of Chinese, majority, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian communities. Massive investment in public housing, healthcare, and a meritocratic education system created one of the highest standards of living in the world. Governance. A system of parliamentary democracy was established, characterized by low corruption, strong rule of law, and a focus on long-term national planning. A global city. Singapore diversified its economy from manufacturing to high-value services, becoming a leading global financial center, a key hub for innovation, and a major international port. Its focus on meticulous urban planning and greening has earned it the title of City in a Garden, successfully integrating urban density with natural spaces. Current status. Today, Singapore is a highly developed, high-income country and a founding member of ASEAN. Government. The country continues to operate as a parliamentary republic. Head of State, President Tharman Shanmugaratnam. Head of Government, Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. Global recognition. It is recognized for its stable economy, exceptional infrastructure, ease of doing business, and political stability, demonstrating one of the most remarkable national transformations in the modern world.